Oh, you're getting it. Okay.
Checking connection.
So this is how this all works. So people are in there looking at us, wondering what the hell we're doing. Oh, should I not use
You can use whatever you want because it doesn't matter.
I'm just going to say hell.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell people where you guys are? It's pretty cool.
North Hollywood.
Yes, North Hollywood. We are in the Roddenberry building. We are in what we call the archive room. I'd show you more, but basically it looks like this.
Wait, I can show everybody more.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You've got all of these. These
flat
have
files.
Original scripts, notes, anything. Call pages, everything.
Memos.
Oh, tons
letters,
of notes and memos, fan letters, yeah.
Call sheets.
Yeah, call sheets. That was the word I was trying to get at.
Oh, and hang on, my favorite, it may be locked. My favorite drawer is from Pretty Little Maids All in a Row.
Which was something my father did way back.
Starring Rock Hudson and Angie Dickinson. And there is a file folder with stuff from that movie.
And here's one I shouldn't bring up, Kung Fu.
Kung Fu, yeah.
Which we had nothing to do with. But for some reason, when my mother ran, and this is for the old-timers, when she ran Lincoln Enterprises, which is some sort of
dumb, weird.
It was KTLA Channel 5, and that's what I remember being somehow the crossover. Anyhow,
anyway,
we had a bunch of stuff.
This is Roddenberry, in case you're wondering. Rod Roddenberry, son of Gene Roddenberry, and the
son of a few other things.
Namesake of Roddenberry Entertainment. In fact, that is your middle name. You're Rod Entertainment Roddenberry.
That is
right.
It.
So that's why this company is called Roddenberry Entertainment.
And of course, to my left is John Champion. You may have heard that sultry voice before as one of the two incredible podcasters in Mission Log. John Champion has he's producer of pretty much all of our podcasts, Mission Log podcasts, as well as what other?
By the way, and shout out to Norman, who's my other co-host there. Sci-Fi 5, your daily Sci-Fi 5, Mission Log Live, the Trek Files,
and
stuff.
Mission
Log the Orville.
This is the home of the Trek Files.
It is, yeah. So
guess what we have around us?
Files.
Trek Files.
Yes. So that's it. So we're here in the archive room, not a place one would normally hang out. And shout out to Holly for cleaning and getting all of this organized.
And for Claire for putting this on.
Yes.
And Streamily for letting us do this.
Yes.
First of many.
So it's the first of many is what I'm told.
Yeah. Pause. Do
pause,
poor connection. That one's running well.
So my understanding of this is through Streamily, people have gone in and we have these really cool, incredibly cool, rare film cell plaque. Okay, the glare, you can't really see it.
There you go. That's it. That's it. You can tell.
Anyhow, these are actually 35mm film clips from the cutting room floor that my parents collected, and these are from the era. Well, the one I'm holding is motion picture.
Yeah. You have Disco Bones. No, you have Kirk and Spock. It looks Spock's in a Starfleet uniform at that point, so he's on the bridge or in the officer's lounge.
Oh.
And Mr. Triskelion.
So this is original series stuff. Yeah. And this is a good one.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
And it's really important to point out, this is it. Every one of these is a one of a kind because it's something that got cut.
Yes.
And that's it. So there may be multiple frames of a sequence, but each one of these, that's it.
Well, and I believe some of these were actually daily cuts too. These are from dailies as well.
So there may be shots that were unused.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to get.
So a comment here.
Oh, pull one of them. That's to you. For sure.
We can do another one of these one day, and we'll make it like a show where what's in the magic Star Trek drawer or something.
It said open one of them drawers, one of them sexy drawers.
Sexy.
I don't know. You can open one of his sexy drawers. I'm
going to open a sexy drawer right now. Well, wait. Actually, funny. So animated series. Now these are shooting scripts, so these typically haven't had a lot of changes in them. It's the memos and the production documents as you get further down where you see things change.
Let's pull one out of it, right?
Yeah, you go in here and, okay, let's see, I'm going to pull this, because we got a couple of versions.
Remember where it went?
Yep, right there, right there.
All right.
Okay. Whoa. The animated series censor notes.
Oh.
So, NBC Broadcast Standards Department, 1974, episode Albatross. And let's see here, page 17. As discussed, it is unnecessary to the plot, and therefore unacceptable for Demos to point his phaser at McCoy just previous to the Act 1 fade-out. So this is what the
This is for an animated show.
Animated show. Yeah. And then repeated it later. As always, when Demos points the phaser at Spock, please be sure it is not aimed at the head or neck areas.
This is what they're looking at. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is a classic document. Oh, well.
Totally blown out.
Totally blown out. Yeah. Well,
there you go.
this is what it was like back in the day. What you can and can't do.
Yeah. So all right, that's pretty cool. Not just scripts.
Why don't
Cool
you guys
stuff.
show that film cell with your phone, use the light, and then we'll sign the first
There
one.
you go.
Yeah. There we go. There
I
we
was
go.
thinking for you.
Okay. All right.
All right, well, this first one
You're
is
on
to
it, man.
Sean Robinson. I don't know if you're with us. Oh, is this going to...
Very J.J. Abrams. That is
Yeah.
good lens flare. Look at that. That's good lens flare.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
it's not...
Nope. Okay.
Well, you know... we'll just describe it to you. It's a scene of Kirk talking to Spock. It's the back of Spock's head. This is a motion picture film clip, and I am going to sign this now.
Now sign it. Yeah.
All right.
R.
I got to do two.
Okay. Very nice. Sean, this is big. It's very big. I love that we have, by the way, some clips from the motion picture because, as many of you probably know, right now the 4K Director's Edition that just got finished, restored beautifully, David Fine, Darren Doctorman, their whole team, it is phenomenal. I went to the screening at Paramount a couple of weeks ago, and it is mind-blowing how good that restoration is.
I cannot wait to see it.
Breathes life and color into that movie.
Sean,
so well.
here you go, buddy. One down.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen it yet. I know they restored it to 4K.
It's incredible.
And brought in all new effects. And
I assume you have a 4K TV.
I do have a 4K TV.
That's the way to watch it.
I do.
And the sound is like the greatest revelation.
Did they
of
have
the whole
like
thing.
new scenes put in? Because I know there's like a lot of scenes that they couldn't do back in the day.
It's sort of like the perfect blend of some of the old stuff that was, because there are various cuts. Robert Wise never got to finish, right? And then you have some new effects that are just like cleaned up, like the better version of that effect. But it didn't change intent, didn't change anything that didn't need to be changed,
Gotcha.
It just breathes life and color and excitement into it. It's beautiful.
I do have.
Beautiful.
I wouldn't say it's a favorite scene, but there's something that keeps sticking out.
Yeah.
And it's when they're and you know the names of the ship. It's like the athletic area, whatever. They have all the Enterprises. Those pictures on the wall.
In the rec deck.
In the rec deck. Yeah.
And it's Decker saying to Amelia, all these vessels were named Enterprise, and they're watching it on the monitor to see if it sparks a memory in her. And it is so good, and you see subtlety in her performance that you just never saw before.
Did they try to do one of those things where they try to put the NX-01 in as a?
No.
You know how they can change the scene?
Yeah. No, they didn't change anything,
Yeah,
which is
okay.
good.
Okay, good.
But the NX-01 should be there.
Yes, technically.
Should be there. Yeah.
This is to Mary.
Mary, and
Mary has an Amok Time TOS film clip.
Nice.
And
Check
in
it
it,
out.
I see Kirk. I'm gonna have to wear glasses now.
I know, right? So there's Kirk McCoy. There's the Vulcan.
It's a good group
priestess.
shot.
Yeah, the Vulcan priestess on the right, and then a Vulcan dude wearing a pretty sexy outfit on the left. Yeah,
Very cool. And again, you guys can't see it, so
Why don't you try to lift this up and see if we can...
try to.
Oh yeah. Let's
Try to. Well, but the thing is, it's so small.
Yeah, we can't. You got it.
All right, this is going to be a tough one to do for every single one of them.
All right.
Just take our word for it. It's very cool.
Yeah.
All right, and this is to Mary.
Cool.
And Mary says, what a great idea. Thank you for doing this. Have an awesome day.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
All
You
right,
too, Mary.
Very nice. Yeah. That's a good, face forward shot of everybody. Very nice.
There we go.
Nice. All right.
Happy to do it.
Here you go.
All right.
Okay.
I got this one.
Okay, who do we got next?
Do we have questions? I don't know. It feels like we could take...
Well, see, you can read right there.
Well, I'm too old. I can't read that small.
Liking, others joined.
Yep.
Is it
scroll? Do we do a scroll?
Oh, try.
Oh, shit. Do I go the wrong way?
Wait, go. Yeah, go up.
That's it.
No, other way.
Other way up. That's down.
Those are the newer...
Are
those
they?
the newer ones on the bottom?
I don't know.
What? Oh, okay.
We're going to be the new video meme of those old people.
I know.
How to
Oh, no, you're right. Those are old, because that's 7 of 9. Pull one of them sexy drawers.
Okay.
That's the comment of the day. Thank you.
There's no personalization, so whatever message you would like on that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Great. So here you go. Bread and circuses.
Bread and circuses. You talk about that one last time.
Okay. And no personalization there. So whoever you are, there is, let's see, Kirk kind of being held at spear point, and we know it's bread and circuses because you got the Roman in the kind of the gray sweatshirt with the chain on it, which I think it's one of the greatest simple cosplays you could ever do.
Yes,
you know,
that would be
I have a sweatshirt and it's got that, and Holly did that at the Chicago convention. Yeah,
that was awesome.
All right,
to no name person. Here you go.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, if you guys didn't get it personalized, you're missing out.
You are. All right.
All right. Well, here, let's look at some more of these.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and do we know which?
Yep, I'm getting it.
Oh, okay. This is for Drew.
What is this one?
That.
The aspects.
No, because it's motion picture. That's Spock in the.
They did it's like 70 millimeters.
Yeah. Or maybe they shot it in 65 and blew it up to 70. I can't.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's Spock on the on his spacewalk. So a shot of him in the helmet. In the helmet.
Gotcha,
and then V'ger reflecting in his eyes.
And then this one here, you can talk about that.
All right.
Drew Potter.
You know Drew?
I know Drew Potter.
Very cool.
Is Drew Potter here?
He says, best wishes, old friend. And Drew, if you're on the stream, come on.
My God, Drew.
That's cool.
It's been so long. How are you? I know we can't have a conversation right now, but Drew Potter, some of you may have heard of a show that came out in the late 90s called Earth Final Conflict. Drew, I believe, camera operator. Drew, forgive me if I'm getting the title entirely wrong, but he was the guy that pretty much made all the shots look spectacular. And was just a funny as hell kind of guy, and real humble, sweet guy.
Very cool.
So just, Drew, it's been a long time. Hope you're doing well.
And this is the one that Drew gets, right? Okay, so this is very cool. This is a great shot. That is Spock looking very contemplative at his station on the bridge in the motion picture. And let's see. Looks like a few characters in the background as well. So very cool. Yeah. Oh, actually, I was holding it the wrong way. There you go. You're gonna figure out how to put it the right orientation. But yeah, super cool. All right, there's that for Drew. We'll hold all that together.
Really miss you, buddy. There you go.
There you go. All right, there you go. There's another one, and
what do we have?
All right.
Yeah. Who's up?
And just so you guys know, there's 18 of these? 18. So, it won't take too long.
It'd be like
another questions?
3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
Try to see if there's anything. No, I'm not getting anything.
Let's see.
You guys can send a question
People
if you
who
want.
joined. There's Steve. There's Martin. Not Steve Martin.
Yes,
but it's Steve
and
Martin.
But that would be cool.
That would be really cool if Steve Martin were watching. Wait, is that Bacon Bot? Am I reading that right?
Bacon Robot.
Bacon Robot.
Bacon Robot 12.
Awesome. And Justice Warrior.
That is a very interesting Bacon Robot.
Very cool.
I like that.
I want to meet a Bacon Robot.
Yes.
Nice. All right. Okay, so here we go, and we'll know who this goes to in a moment.
No personalization.
Oh, no personalization. Okay, but no personalization. You get Spock on the bridge in the motion picture. And a very good face-forward shot of him. Very nice. All right.
All right.
So that is cool.
Signed and dined. Well, maybe not dined.
All right. And let's see, we've got...
Even though it paused due to poor connection again.
Okay, yeah, I know that. So, okay, so over here we've got... Oh, so many poor connections.
Well, not over here, at least.
No personalization on this.
No personalization.
No? Okay, you got
let's
it.
see who
You
you've
got it.
I'm going to show this to the group over here. So we got Cosmo, we got Scott.
Oh, do you want to tell people how to get over there?
We got Ross. Well, if you want to jump onto my failing stream, mine is at jchamp72 on Instagram. Or if you're here and you want to go over to the other stream, that's at RoddenBerry Official on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So, Iski. Iski is in mine. Hey, I'm going to wave to Iski.
Hey, Iski.
There's sci-fi. There's Adam. We're going to wave to Adam.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
This is the
one. Oh,
No
this
specific.
is a cool shot. And here we go. I think this is Kirk and Spock from the motion picture. And they shot it with that dioptic lens. So you have the foreground and the background.
I want to see.
In focus together, and there's sort of like a blurry middle.
Yeah.
I love shots like that.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right.
The first one sold to Kenny. That was the first one.
Kenny, you were the first one to buy one of these.
One of one.
Oh, this is a classic.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is a classic.
So what I like about this, as you're making that out to Kenny, this is Kirk swamped by Tribbles in The Trouble with Tribbles, that shot where he opens up the door and they all fall on him. And what's even cooler about this is it's got some marks on it. So this has got like an end of the shot marker or beginning of shot marker on that. So that actually, some editor at some point
was marking
touched
this.
that
Yeah.
and marked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
That's definitely one of a kind.
Nice, Kenny.
With all the Tribbles. I always thought it was so terrible how at the end of that episode they beam all the Tribbles over to the Klingon ship.
We're just get a Trouble with Turtles call sheet. It's in there.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's see.
Let's have a little break in the sign.
Let's see.
I mean, that is cruelty to animals.
Trouble.
And Klingons, actually,
Turn of the
if we're being fair.
Spacey.
Oh,
Operation Annihilate.
See, he just...
Gothos. Okay. Wait, what's... Where's... Naked Time, Loves Women. Oh, come on.
Another one, Gamesters of Triskelion.
Nice.
Very nice, and this is a no-name.
Blah, blah, blah. Air of Mercy. It's in there somewhere. Keep going.
All right.
Assist, Journey to Babel.
All right, two-person with no name.
The Apple.
We've got a Gamesters of Triskelion for you. Again, I keep wanting to show you guys these. Yeah, oh, this is... You know what? So whoever gets this... You know, in my sick, perverted little mind, might be into a little bit of bondage, because you've got Kirk wearing like the leather straps and well, I mean, and the mind can just run amok. I mean, this is quite interesting. So I know the episode well. No, it's all right. There's not much to damage.
Oh, nice.
You know, I never really thought of it, but this is sort of a bondage theme. I mean, in this episode.
Well, I don't know if they were like...
They weren't going for that.
I don't know if they were planning on it, but certainly they nailed it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I didn't even really think... There's got to be people out there who really love that and have seen this and been like, dude, this is totally my episode.
All right, here, we'll come back to this in a second. Hey, all right, so I got to tell you, on the Star Trek cruise...
Oh.
Yeah.
That just happened?
That just happened.
Does this involve bondage, I hope?
Well, not quite. Okay. I mean, you can if you wanted to, but one of the best nights... One of the best events was that they were showing Games of Triskelion in one of the rooms on a big screen, and it's Denise Crosby, John Billingsley,
nice,
Robert Picardo,
yes,
Mary Chieffo, Jane Brooke, and I'm leaving somebody out, and I apologize, but you're probably not watching. But they turned the sound down on the episode, and they're just ad-libbing raunchy. Nasty, hilarious stuff to do the episode. It was great.
So Mystery Science Theater style.
Well, and not commenting on the episode, but creating their own new dialogue.
And that must have been so hilarious.
Very dirty, very funny, and yeah, pretty much everything you're thinking of because you recognize the sexual content of that. It was great. One of the best nights.
I feel like we've got a theme here because now we've got Kirk and Spock chained up to a wall.
Yeah. Cat's Paw. Yeah.
Is that Cat's Paw?
Yep. So well,
there's some kinky people out there, or is it really just my mind that's making this happen?
Oh, all of the above.
Okay,
yeah, whatever. I think so. You know. Yeah.
And this is for Marcia. Is this an A?
Yes.
Marcia.
Marcin.
Oh,
Marcin.
Marcin. Nice to meet you, Marcin, if you're out there. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, I did. Let's see. There was a lot of stuff in here from Trouble with Tribbles. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, no. Wait. Here we go. Okay. All right. There we go.
All right. Let me.
Yeah. Perfect.
Ish.
Okay, just leave that like that.
All right.
All right. Now, yeah, a lot of stuff
Got another one here?
saved from Trouble with Tribbles. Like, ooh, okay, like these are literally the receipts from the film developer from the film lab.
From the developer.
Yeah. So when they were like, here, print this reel, don't print this reel, and it's just pages and pages and pages of stuff.
Daily report
from the script supervisor. So how many shots did they take? How long did it take? How many scenes did they get through? Yeah.
Page minutes. All written in pencil. I mean, but this stuff's preserved really well.
Yeah. I mean, they kept everything. It's so cool.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy that, daily production report. This is so
there you
great.
go.
Okay.
So production report, very revealing compared to a call sheet. Because a call sheet is what they want to get done.
Yeah, right.
Daily production report is what they actually got done. Yeah, very different things.
All right, Christopher, we've got you now. And don't worry, no bondage on this one.
Unless you wanted that.
Unless you want it, yeah. Is this
too bad.
This isn't when they're in the shuttle looking at the Enterprise.
Yes!
That long, like 20-minute. Remember in the motion picture where did they make it longer in the radio?
No. Look, Ari, I'm telling you, that is one of the most dramatic. I got chills up my spine. And that little shuttle goes around to the front.
You see the refit of the Enterprise for the first time.
Turns around, and that look on Kirk's face, and the music swells up. I mean, it's great. So yeah. Think about it, for 10 years, audiences had waited to see that moment, and then they had the most beautiful model of the Enterprise ever on the big screen, and there they are. And both looking like $1 million.
You know what would be a good poll, which we can't do right now?
Yeah.
Just a fun, like, original Enterprise motion picture refit. Like, what are people's favorites?
For me, motion picture refit every day.
Oh, really?
I love that Enterprise. I love that bridge. I love the whole set feels very cohesive and like perfectly realized.
That's interesting.
It feels real.
I would assume people would take sort of the classic, like just you get attached to the classic. You want the classic.
Sure.
That's but I have to agree. And not only that, we believe that the new Enterprise, which was rendered in a very popular 3D software.
Yes.
It's beautiful from what I hear.
Yeah.
And I might even know someone who's doing an even more detailed deck by deck, item by item, to the point where if there's a coffee mug on a table, we're talking hypothetically one day in VR, maybe being able to enter the Enterprise refit from motion picture and walk around and go up to like we are now, go up to a table, of course in VR, and pick up something and look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, that much detail. So we're hoping that one day that will be available where you can walk around the entire Enterprise.
See, that's the thing. I mean, for me, look, TOS was designed.
Here we go, Christopher.
Oh yeah, did we see which one that was?
Did we?
That's Kirk and Scotty on the shuttle. So sweet. All right.
Thank you very much, Claire.
This
Marvin Lee Davis Jr. Marvin Lee, thank you, buddy.
Right. What do we have?
Another
there?
motion picture. I see Spock, Scotty.
Is that Chekhov in the
it's
corner?
two different scenes. Like it's,
it is.
That's what's cool about that.
How did that?
Hey, lucky you, Marvin.
How did that happen?
Oh, all right. So you got. Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Do you think Marvin Lee Davis wants his entire name on there?
I think you should.
I think you should. If you put it there, that's who it's to.
Marvin Lee Davis Jr., I'm putting your whole name on, buddy.
That's cool. You've got Spock and Scotty in engineering, and that's when Spock arrives, and he's like, I'm going to take my calculations down to Scotty and, help him do his job. And then, and cut back to the bridge, and there's Chekhov at his station. Very cool. Well, that's a nice selection.
Now, we did have a question.
All right, we got a question.
And this is from, I'm going to find the user again, but they are wondering, do you have any of the old clapper boards?
No, I haven't. I've never
slates.
seen that. The slate would have been awesome. What's crazy is so much of that stuff is just repurposed. I mean, those aren't obviously built for production. Those are tools that were used, and I'm sure hundreds, if not thousands, were used. Well, at least through Next Generation and all that. And then they probably moved on to just a different show. But that would be a real neat thing.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I think at the time, you saw a lot of them, made out of wood, and, sometimes painted with a show name, or somebody put tape over it and put a show name. Nowadays, a little bit different, where they have the acrylic clapperboards.
Right.
And some of those actually are inscribed with the name of a show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So once it's
also
used for
digital,
that
they're
show,
connected to the camera. And
so they're digital, and the name of the show is inscribed. So then they technically won't get reused, or they just save the front.
Oh wait, is that?
Okay, now that's cool.
Now, but look at the color on that.
So that's a promo picture.
That's good. Yeah.
From the motion picture. Leonard Nimoy as Spock posed at the station.
And you should all be aware. Let's talk about the color of the non-promos, because these are I don't want to say faded, but they're kind of discolored over time. You still get the color.
Yeah.
You still get the detail.
Yeah.
But again, these have sat for decades.
Yeah.
And so it's
40 years old.
Again, you guys can't see it.
Yeah.
This one is just vibrant and beautiful, and it's a picture of Spock sitting at a station. And I can't really. This feels like it's original series, but it has
it's motion picture. He's got that
what's he
gray.
wearing?
He's got that gray uniform.
But where's the insignia? I can't.
Flip it around.
Oh. Wait, what do you mean?
Are we looking at it for the right? So so it's on
but
the
you think
other
I
side.
show the other side of him?
Well, no.
If you flip it around,
it's like Blade Runner.
Wait, now I see the back of his head.
but what we're looking at is he's got his arm crossed on that side.
Gotcha. Oh, so he's blocking
covering up the logo.
He's blocking it. Okay.
But there he is. Yeah, his commander. Yeah, he was commander by that time.
And this is to Georgia.
Yeah, that is a great, vibrant picture of Spock. Nice.
Here we go. So, I am being a little bit boring, except for Drew, just because I know Drew. I do have sort of my tagline, which I don't think it's boring, but yes, I do often use it. And it just says the future is ours. And the reason I'm saying that is because, it's obviously, not to get on a soapbox here, but Star Trek is inspirational, it's aspirational, and that's why we love it. And, it is up to us, all of us, to make our personal futures and the future of humanity as positive and wonderful as it can be. So, again, preaching to the choir here. This is why you all love the show. But that is what I'm signing, to let you know, and that is what I mean when I sign it.
And
Nice.
7 of 9 was asking, how do I get one made out to me?
Oh. Did 7 of 9
You can-
get a...
You can go, probably not this time, but for
Okay.
future reference, go to the link that's pinned.
Streamily.com/RoddenBerry.
Yes, we will do this again for sure. And 7 of 9, you can definitely participate when we do it again. We don't have dates, but this is a very easy thing to do. So happy to do it. Although I'm often traveling, but I do come back into town.
Now, who is this one for? This is TOS still from Private Little War, and you have Kirk and Bones in their alien look to blend in with that culture. So you kind of got that like leather vest look, very rugged, very tough.
Is this the one I'm thinking of?
Private Little War is
Yes.
Vietnam allegory. You have the Mugato or the Gumato, depending on who's saying it.
You know this, but for those of you who don't out there are obviously something called the Star Trek bloopers. And there is a wonderful blooper in this scene where... So who's it get shot? Was it McCoy gets shot with an arrow?
No rush.
Is that right?
Someone gets shot with...
It's been a long time since
Well, so they're bringing someone in on a stretcher.
Yeah, no, it is McCoy.
Is it McCoy?
It's McCoy.
Bringing in on a stretcher.
Yeah.
And of course...
Wait.
We know where they have the arrow.
Oh. No, you're
So
kidding.
they, as a gag shot, they put the arrow in between his legs.
Yeah.
And so here they're bringing it in. They're trying their hardest not to laugh.
Yeah.
And you don't really notice until you look. And it's because the arrow shot him right in the... That wasn't written in the script. That was a gag shot they did just to sort of break up the entire crew. So,
Classic.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you get that shot, but that is not personalized, right?
Not personalized. Oh, and if you haven't seen the bloopers, just obviously go to YouTube and write Star Trek bloopers.
Yeah.
They're there.
I keep waiting for those to be restored. Like it
Honestly,
seems like because they're in
love 'em.
such rough shape. I keep waiting for the master cut. Of
My father would go to conventions and bring his projector and not only show an episode, but he'd show the bloopers.
Yeah.
And then I stole his idea when I first started going to conventions back in the day, because you know what? They're awesome. I mean, they're just so much fun. And it's not so much the comedy of a door not opening or someone falling. It brings... It's a look behind the curtain. It's being able to see Kirk as William Shatner or Spock as Leonard Nimoy, and the kind of sort of familial atmosphere they had on set. And I think we all love sort of seeing that part of something.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I do hope they restore those one day. And there's actually a couple different ones out there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a question for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite original series episode?
I've said mine before.
You have?
Over and over.
What is your favorite? Devil in the Dark.
Devil in the Dark.
All right, I remember that from you.
Yeah, quickly, you guys ever heard this? Devil in the Dark.
Yeah.
It was pretty much the first episode that I ever saw where Star Trek clicked. And by that I mean, it wasn't just a good guy and a bad guy. I finally got the idea that our bad guy, the rock monster, wasn't... spoiler alert, by the way. Wasn't a bad guy. It was a mother protecting its young because we were there harvesting crystals, which were its eggs, and it was doing what any mother would do, and it ended with, or at least it flipped around and said, who's the devil in the dark? Humans, we're the jerks, the bad guys, killing its young. And so what else would it do? And so, I mean, I love that, and every time I tell the story I get chills, because that was the first time, remember, I'd watched Knight Rider, Starsky and Hutch, Dukes of Hazzard, those kind of shows, which I will argue are a little bit more one-dimensional, good guy, bad guy. This is the first time that made me go, oh my God.
What is your favorite Dukes of Hazzard episode?
I don't know. I do not know.
All right, well, we should do a rewatch so you can identify Mission Log,
Dukes of Hazzard. There you go.
Man, mine, it changes, because, I think they serve different purposes. I was just thinking, Michael Forrest's birthday was yesterday, happy 93rd. He played Apollo in Who Mourns for Adonais, and I think that's a really philosophically important Star Trek episode. Oh, by the way, this is for Scott. This is a great scene. This is Kirk, Rand, and Scotty at the transporter console trying to beam up Commander Sonak at the beginning of the motion picture, and spoiler, it does not
work
go
out
well.
Yeah.
Enterprise, what we got back didn't live long, fortunately.
Who was just telling me, so in the book, my buddy Jules was, in the book, or at least one of the original ideas is it was supposed to be Kirk's wife.
Whoa. Really?
In Star Trek,
in the novelization?
The novelization?
The novelization is wild, by the way.
I haven't read it, but it's
wild.
Yeah,
there's a lot of your father in there.
Yeah. I need to read that.
Interesting.
All right, Scott, this is for you.
And no wonder Bones was hesitant to get on the transporter. So I recommend Who Mourns for Adonais. The Corbomite Maneuver is the prototype Star Trek story. So I think you have to watch that to kind of get Star Trek's overall sense, what
I always found interesting is that through the motion picture and, of course, the original series, and iteration, the thread of the Borg, of course, V'ger, and
the Changeling, Nomad,
yeah. There seems to be and I'm sure fan fiction or maybe even some of the comics or books have done something.
Connect those
but
things.
There's a great connection there.
Yeah.
There's that. What's it called? Retconning?
Yeah.
I love putting that whole string of things together.
When the motion picture came out, I can't remember, maybe it was Starlog or somebody that did an article called Where Nomad Has Gone Before.
Oh, nice.
But I think that's okay. I think Star Trek can tell similar stories over and over again. Obviously you need to keep ideas fresh, but I think they're philosophically things at the heart of Star Trek that deserve to be retold. I think that's okay. All right, this for Eileen from TOS, Plato's Stepchildren, and you've got McCoy and Alexander. Oh, and we were just talking about a slate. This has got the slate in the shot. Yeah. So you've actually got the slate in the shot, so that is something trimmed.
Is that being pulled right out?
Scene was put,
I thought that was the instrument someone was playing.
I think it's the slate, and I think they're pulling it out of the shot.
Look at it here.
Yeah, there we go. Do we have a loop?
I still need glasses.
That's the slate.
That's a slate.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Eileen got a good one.
Eileen, very cool. All right. So, Plato's Stepchildren.
Yep.
That is for you,
Roger,
Eileen.
Doctor.
Another question. Will you both be in Vegas for Star Trek Creation this year?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes, there are plans afoot.
We got Spock.
Oh, okay.
Hey, to Dennis.
So this is cool. This is motion picture, and this is Spock right after he arrives on the Enterprise. So he is in his black Vulcan cloak. And there's something very cool. Any of you, all of you, who plan to watch motion picture in its 4K remastered, the sound mix on Leonard Nimoy specifically, he almost sounds robotic. And I always noticed it before.
On the new one?
Yeah. But it's always been there because the sound mix is very complex. Mm-hmm. They went back to the original recording sessions, and there's something very cool about him where he sounds so cold. And it's great because it just drives home how detached he is at this point when it comes on.
What point in the scene is this?
This is right when he comes on board. So remember, he just kind of walks in totally emotionless,
right? Because
totally
he spent
blank.
time like.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And here he is still in his Vulcan robes. He hasn't even put on a Starfleet uniform yet. And he just sounds so cold and distant. It's awesome. Dennis, good choice.
Yep, good job.
All right. Here you go.
All right.
Wow.
Well, I don't even know what that is.
Winter of Empires. That's who it's for.
It is for the Winter of Empires.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
If that's a name or social media handle or something, very cool. I mean,
truly.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right, and Winter of Empires has chosen... There we go, that's the shot. That's Spock from TMP in the spacewalk spacesuit. The lights of V'ger reflecting in the face shield. Very cool.
To the Winter of Empires. That's good. That's really interesting.
Looks good on a driver's license.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Nice.
Yes, you go by Winter?
Yeah, well, maybe.
Or Mr. or Miss Empires?
Yeah. All right. Another one coming here.
Here we go.
By the way, to whoever asked, are we going to Vegas? Are you going to Vegas?
That's a better question.
Yeah.
And it's at a different place. We're going to
Bally's.
Bally's this year.
By the way, the only thing that I know about Bally's, connected to the Paris. So definitely you got Gordon Ramsay steak, you got the Eiffel Tower restaurant.
Of course you would bring up food.
I'm already planning on
now
food.
You're making me hungry.
And then in the basement at Bally's, you got the Sterling brunch buffet. So, find me. We'll eat well.
John is a lot more than just a podcast host. You guys should just DM him all. You need reservations. You need food advice. You think just DM him. He'll be more than happy to answer each and every one of you.
If you join Mission Log Patreon, I don't mean to steer this different direction. And you go into the Discord, we have a whole Epicureanism thread there that is for me, but it's for you, but it's for me. Okay, So this is for Andy. And Andy, also from Motion Picture, Spock walking in... Oh, I think he's walking into the officer's lounge here. It's that great scene where Kirk and McCoy have called him in, and Kirk 3 times, would you please sit down?
Yeah.
Great scene.
And
yeah.
Good. I don't know why I keep holding it up. You guys can't see it.
And this person, USA Rosenberg, says, "Happy belated birthday, John. Drinks on me in Vegas."
Oh, hey, watch out.
It was John's birthday day before yesterday?
Day before yesterday, and we had a meeting here, and they brought me a cake.
Yeah.
It's a delicious cake.
That's what you get for your 35th.
That's what you get. All right.
You get a cake. 36, you get a lollipop. That's
okay.
Take a couple questions, because I got to get this.
Okay, all right, let's see. Any other questions here? It's just Trekkie.
I broke it.
Oh, wait, what is the ugliest creature in TOS?
Probably humans, if you're talking inside out.
The heart of man.
Yeah, there you go.
No, it's
there's like that weird rock monster. Wasn't it smoking something and it had lights for eyes?
The Excalbion.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Yarnak.
I mean, I hate to call it ugly because I'm sure from his point of view or its point of view, we're pretty ugly.
Yeah. Yarnak the Excalbion from I'm forgetting the name.
Incredible.
It's the one with Abraham Lincoln and Surak and somebody.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
And when Genghis Khan in it?
Yeah, somebody. you're going to call me out on it, and that's fine. That's fine. Sometimes the titles just go out of my head.
It's amazing how much he does know.
I'm shocked they never made an action figure of the Excalibur.
Yeah. Well, and even though it wasn't in it, have you guys been watching Star Trek Prodigy? I'm not just like promoting this.
So good.
It's almost my favorite Star Trek out there right now. Yeah. I'm not saying I don't like Discovery. I'm not saying I don't like Picard. I'm just saying they did such a good job. And the whole idea was initially geared, or at least that's what they said, geared towards kids. I love it.
Yeah.
And it's not just the kid inside. The stories are phenomenal. If you haven't watched it, please, I highly recommend it. I know not everyone has Paramount Plus, but I believe very soon, I don't have the date, it's coming out on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
So you do not have to pay for Paramount Plus to get this series, but I don't know those dates. You might just Google it. Yeah. It's coming out.
The thing that I love about that show is that it tells its audience this is what Star Trek is.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's aimed at kids, but it says, like, no, this is what Starfleet is. This is what Star Trek's or Starfleet's ideals are. And there's something really beautiful about that.
Absolutely. And I think it does go back to the simplicity of the original series,
yeah.
where they weren't overly complicated plots. And again, I'm not saying it's simple. They've got great messages and great storylines, but especially the time one. I don't know that. Have you seen the one where they get stuck in a sort of this wormhole-ish thing, but each character has a different perception of time.
Yeah, that's wild.
That was a really well done, cool. Great sci-fi, great concept, and they just did a great job making you really appreciate, learn about, and love the characters.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not promoting it because it's a show that I'm an executive producer on. I'm promoting it because
it's a great show.
The writers, the producers, they did an incredible job.
What was kind of wild about that is when I watched the first 20 minutes. And I was just like, oh, this is Star Wars. They're doing Star Wars. Yeah. Okay, but then that 20 minutes went by, and then you figured out the shift, and it was a very clever way to draw a dividing line to say, okay, that's what all that stuff is.
Yeah.
Now we're going to do Star Trek. And here's how Star Trek is in contrast to all of that. So I thought it was very cool. There's more, hang on, more stuff here. Hope you like how blown out I am here. Let's see.
We're done. Signings.
Oh, we're done. All right, we're done
Beth
with the signings.
Beth is asking, are there any more film clips with clapperboards? We will have to look.
Yeah, that'll be tough to find. But,
we can look through them.
Love, 7 of 9, who wanted to peek into your drawers. Love when the newer series touch on something from TOS.
Yeah.
I get to go back and rewatch. Yeah.
And not to give it away, they did have episode 5 or 6 of Prodigy. They did a great job with bringing in past characters, and I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but obviously a lot of these characters are no longer with us, so they very creatively use, audio. They did an incredible job. So watch all the episodes, but episode 5 or 6, I can't remember, where it's the Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah. By the way, we're going to end with this. Because Trek Girl 420 says, clever, love you guys, you're hilarious. She's obviously talking about you.
Very funny.
Let's see. Well, I was going to end with that because it was a pretty great way to end.
That's just ending with someone complimenting us? Yes. Yeah, we know. We're great.
Oh, okay. This is a really good question. Dr. Beth says, why are the film clips from... And you shoot for widescreen. Typically in that era, common film wasn't a wide format. You know, it's very expensive and very rare to get that. Very rare to get cameras that could actually shoot that. So what they would do is put an anamorphic lens on the front, shoot with a standard conventional width film. So when you process it, it looks squeezed. Then you put it on a lens to stretch it back out when you project it.
And why they do that?
Because it would cost too much money to keep cranking out cameras that shoot in these ultra-wide formats on ultra-wide film. It wasn't a standard.
So it wasn't even 16 by 9.
No.
It was
more like square-ish, like 4 by 3.
No, but on screen, I feel like it was even. Didn't they have to cut some of it because it was?
No, so it would have projected 1.85 or whatever, so like a little wider than 16 by 9.
Yeah, a little bit wider.
Yeah. So what you're trying to do then is you're trying to find a film stock that's economical, squeeze the image on there, and then expand it back out when you project it, because it's wider than what a TV would be now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why. That's why. You know, come to our film class.
Yeah, John will be teaching it, and I'll just sit here nodding my head. Sounds very interesting.
Right. So when you see anamorphic, that's what that means. I don't know.
You
Somebody
want to do
says
one
hello,
more?
Rod.
Yep, I guess.
Drew says hello, Rod.
Oh, that's Drew. No,
You
different.
know Drew?
Oh, no, that's Drew Camara.
Camara?
I don't know
Yeah?
who Drew Camara is.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Well, that's presumptuous, isn't it?
Unless Drew did.
There we go.
NCC 17.
Oh, here, I think this is the perfect
Mr.
ending
Star Trek, here we
question. Mr. Star Trek, that's to you.
No.
Would you put on a uniform and go on the episodes? Which class of uniform would you pick?
I'm definitely a red shirt. In fact, if you want to see one of my more embarrassing moments, I was on Star Trek Continues. I'm a fan of all the fan-made productions. Star Trek Continues was incredibly well done, with love and caliber and quality. The sets, the costumes, the lighting. I mean, they did everything to capture. When you watch the original series and you see the harsh shadows and the popping colors, and sometimes you can even hear sort of the echo or the creaking in the room. They wanted it to be authentic, and they wanted it to basically be of a 5-year mission the last 2 years. And anyhow, I actually flew to, was it Savannah? Somewhere in Georgia.
Yeah.
And I asked
South
to
Savannah,
see it.
yeah.
South, yeah. I asked to see production and be there, and then they even got me as an extra. And I insisted on wearing a red shirt. I didn't have any lines, thank God. All I did was turn around and give the captain some materials. But then they shot a bonus scene later on of me coming through the turbo lift door, and I can't remember my line, but like something crazy, like I don't know, they've got me around, shaking my arms at, and then someone shoots me. And I died because I said I wanted to die as a red shirt on Star Trek, and they
made it happen.
They made my wish happen.
Nice.
So look it up. You'll see how horrible it is. Anyhow, I'm glad you guys could be here with us. I love you all. Live long and prosper. John,
thank you for having me along. Live long and prosper, and I guess we'll do this again.
Take care, Drew, and everyone.
Bye, everybody. And